Hi, love bugs. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 3 of the Done with Dieting Challenge. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Can you guys believe we're on day 3? This is crazy to me. So I am so happy to be here with you. As you come in, give me a big hello. I want to hear from you what your biggest takeaway has been from all 3 days. I cannot reiterate to you enough that it is not enough in anything that I teach to just show up for the videos. The handouts that you guys received are customized. They were fully created by me, channeled to me, and they work. They will work for you. You're not here to stay the same. And so what's up, Kathy? What's up, Valerie? Sarah, guys, keep letting me know what your biggest takeaway is, what you've gotten so far from this challenge. So today, and today's entire live, so yesterday was all, what are we really hungry for? You learned in day 2 about the hunger scale. What's up, Jennifer Smith, my master coach girl? She's such a badass. She's incredible and so blessed to have her. So good. In day 2, right, we talked about what you're really hungry for. You, in the handout, you actually measured if you're doing the handouts, which you should be. And I'm saying this, guys, because I've been you. I've signed up for things before, and I can tell you it's great to be here with me. I love your energy. I love you being here with me live. But it's actually you getting in touch with you. It's you doing the work. It's you having the ahas, not just the ahas from hearing me on video, but actually doing the Done with Dieting Challenge. So you can't expect a big result if you're not doing the handouts. And I just say that to you because notice your gaps. I run challenges in every program that I do. So in our Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, we have bi-monthly challenges. In my Queens program, we have bi-monthly challenges. Why? Because in order to become a high-performing person that overcomes what's in front of them, it's stepping up, it's raising your vibration, it's going and overcoming aspects of self and where you get in your own way. And challenges show you where your gaps are. Challenges show you, which is what we're talking about tomorrow, but they show you your mindset gaps. They show you where you show up 0.25% or you half-ass something. So just ask yourself, and I say this, so yes, I'm a very loving coach, but you also didn't come here to stay the same, right? I've been saying that. So I always tell my clients, I don't need you to like me. What I want you to get as results, right? That makes me happy. I want you to be happy. So I want you to get what you want. So in order to do that though, it's showing up here and participating, right? And it's doing the handouts. And it's actually looking at them and connecting in with yourself and asking yourself those questions of, why is it that I've been saying that I've wanted to release this weight year after year after year, but I don't do anything about it? And why is it that I keep eating when I'm not hungry, but then I keep saying I want to lose weight? Like, none of this is making sense and it just makes me feel bad. So I'm wanting to change it, right? As I talked about yesterday, that's your comfort zone. There's comfort in the discomfort that you feel. And the discomfort has become your comfort zone. So the idea of being done with this, right? Of having all this time and energy, because you noticed yesterday when we really looked at this, hi Jen, what's up Diane? When we really looked at this, many of you said, I had no idea how much of my life was absorbed with dieting. I had no idea how much time I was spending thinking about food. This is crazy. However, the thing is, that's become your norm. And what scares a lot of women, and I saw this in my Weight Loss for Life group, and I saw this in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, is that women would go like, well, what do I do though? If I'm not focused on dieting and I'm not researching the next diet, and if I'm not always calorie counting, and if I'm not obsessing over my workouts, or like, well, what do I do? That's kind of like how I spend my time. Even though they didn't want that, does anybody here relate to that? I know that I did. I kept saying I wanted something different, and then I always talked about how busy I was. And I was busy with my career, but I also had to spend a lot of time researching diets and trying to figure out what would be the right eating plan for me and what I needed to do to get the body, and right. And I hear that a lot from the women that hire and come in and buy my programs or my products, and that I've worked with. I've worked with thousands over the years. I've been 14 years, right? So a lot of women. And I say this because I've heard it all. And it's a lot of the things that became very, very commonplace was one, had no idea how much time they were actually spending thinking about food. Two, that food had taken on human connection for them and was this source of comfort, of didn't talk back, was there at the end of the night, that, all the guilt and the shame of having this beautiful life and really being embarrassed because they still didn't feel fully happy. And their weight was that one thing that they just hadn't been able to figure out, that they were happy in all other areas, but it was the one thing that really kept them from feeling really fulfilled and happy. So if you relate to what I'm saying, please put in the comments below which one's speaking most to you. From yesterday, I did a post in here today because I got the common thing of, these are my hunger foods, these are my bad foods, these are the things. And what the guidance that I gave, in case you didn't see it, was very much around understanding and going back to, what feeling did you want to have when those cravings come up? Really getting in touch with, what is it that you ideally want to feel? Is it you want to kind of feel like you're doing something wrong? Is it you just want to feel like you get a treat, a reward for all of your work? Is it that you want something that's just for you? Kind of like a timeout from life, and you just get to sit in this bubble with your food and no one gets to bother you? What did you want to feel? Because as I said, food only lasts for so long, but the feeling that you desire is what stays with you day in and day out. It's the feeling that you want to create. So when you can identify what you want to feel, so that was question one. So for those of you that said, I crave chips, I crave chocolate, I crave cookies, I crave cheese, I crave popcorn, I crave, like whatever that is, you ask yourself, what in that moment, the next time it comes up for you, what do I want to feel? What do I want to feel right now? What's going on in my life right now? And often we find what's missing from our life is the thing that we're desiring most. Doesn't matter if you have love if you don't feel loved. Doesn't matter if you have children in a beautiful home and all of this if you don't feel appreciated. So asking yourself what it is you really want to feel. And what could you do instead? What many of you had shared, and the next thing is actually take those foods and think about, what memories do those foods hold for me? I share this, the most pertinent story that I've shared several times, but it's one that really, really speaks to so many, which is why it's really a good thing to share. I had a client that I was working with, and she every day at 4:00 she would crave chocolate, something chocolatey, and she would take great care of herself all day, and she'd eat great, but every day at 4:00. And I said, well, what does this chocolate cake that you find yourself leaving your office and going and getting a coffee and like some sort of chocolate something, and it's a little mini cupcake, a chocolate something. Why chocolate? Like, what memory does that hold for you? And she's like, oh my God, Melissa, I can't believe it, but on Sundays I used to bake chocolate cake with my mom. And she had moved to New York City to be with her fiance from California, and she was really missing her family. And she hadn't really met friends yet. And she just kind of, New York is very different than California. As somebody that's lived in both places, I can tell you. And both beautiful in their own ways. And she goes, oh my God. And I said, well, what about FaceTiming your mom? Or going home for a visit, or having them come and visit you? Or, like I said, FaceTiming. And what about looking for different groups? And let's make a list of your interests and start making you get out of your home. Your fiance is going about his daily life. He's been living here. So, you're interested in yoga. Let's go to some yoga classes. Let's meet other like-minded people. Are there happy hours that they're doing, at your work? Are there meetups? Are there Facebook groups where you can put in different things? Is there a running group? There was different fitness activities that she was into. So we were looking at those. She wanted to get into improv. So I say this because we started to fill up her life. And honestly, within like 30 days, she was like, I can't believe this. I've already released so much weight and I'm feeling so much better and I'm feeling so inspired and I already got this. And it just kept going from there. So when we can get to the root and we can identify the connection of that food, it's a game changer. So really ask yourself, and you might be going, Melissa, I don't know. We always had, potato chips. But think about, what is that? Did you grow up with potato chips in your house? Like, cereal was one of my vices. It was one of my binge foods. It was one of my bad foods. I grew up, we loved cereal, but we also weren't allowed to have sugar cereals. We used to get like Honey Nut Cheerios, and my dad would mix a box of Honey Nut Cheerios with regular Cheerios. How annoying, right? Or like Honey Nut Cheerios with Raisin Bran. And then we'd be like, why can't we just be one of these houses where you get some damn Fruity Pebbles? I would go to a friend's house and I'd be like, you have Lucky Charms? My mom grew up, her mother was off the boat from Italy, right? They grew up having you had broccoli rabe sandwiches, that they didn't have junk food you just didn't have that. We didn't really grow up with that. So when I would go and have these other things, so when I got to have cereal, right? I was like, oh my God, I love cereal. And to this day, I still love cereal. It has absolutely no nutritional value. And by the way, FYI, as a nutritionist, cereal is I don't care, but them fortifying cereal with protein and all of these other chemicals, have real food and you will be sustained. The best breakfast you can have is eggs. 1 egg, 3 egg whites. Have a piece of toast with some avocado. I guarantee you won't be hungry for 5 hours. But cereal, you will just crave more sugar. So all of these cereals with all of the things in them just means you're eating a lot of chemicals. So we can go into a whole thing, which I'll share with you that I have a special something for you where I will go and give you elaborate, endless tips. But right now, what we're really getting into is the meat of why, you keep going back to a diet and why it's not going to work and the things to do to really break free. And that's what I want you to walk away with in these 5 days, and to really get grounded back into your motivation and inspiration, and understand that if you just implement these things, you will release the weight. It is not at all, you will release it hands down. Cereal, no. I mean, guys, ask me anything about food. I know literally everything there is about food. FYI, I was an extensive dieter for 10 years. And then I've also been a nutritionist that has run a very successful, specific weight loss business for 8 years of the 14, literally speaking around the world, running live events, retreats, and programs. So, know quite a bit. But again, we'll get into all of that. What I want you to do though, and what today's video, and we're really doing a recap of the first 2 days. So day 1 was awareness, and it was really, really understanding your hunger and the food and mood tracker. And if you didn't really track your food and do your food and mood tracker, huge disservice to you, because that alone is a game changer and will help you to know exactly what foods are serving you and hurting you. Hands down. It is the number one thing that my clients use to understand what they need to eliminate from their diets, what's causing gastrointestinal issues, what's causing bloating, what's keeping them up at night, what's like keeping the weight on, what's causing brain fog. So not day one, and you guys have that. All the handouts are posted in here each day, and you also have them in your email with the replays. Okay. Now, day two, we went through the hunger scale. We also identified what you're really hungry for, and we identified food and your emotions. Day three, we're talking about rewriting your story. What does this mean? We've heard this a lot in the self-development world. How does this apply to being done with dieting, and why? Well, you and your thoughts are in direct correlation with what you put into your body. So if you're eating because you read somewhere that you should eat that way, that does not mean that that's right for your body. That means that you're disconnected from your body and what your body really needs. If you are eating in alignment with your body, then you are connecting in with your body and you're asking yourself, what am I hungry for this morning? And I guarantee you that your body's not going to go, I want a brownie or chocolate chip pancakes, or I need a donut. When you're really listening to your body, it is an animal. We are animals by nature, and it needs optimal fuel to get you through your day, to operate well, to have clear focus, to have endless energy. So many of you said you joined this challenge because you want to be that hot mom and that hot grandmom that's running around with endless energy and grows old looking, like looking hot, aging backwards and feeling really good, right? And you want to ward off disease. Many of you said that it's not even about you want to look good naked, but many of you said I'm here because I want to feel good and I'm so sick of this cycle. Well, if you're eating just based off what your mind's telling you, that's not your body, and that's you not being connected. Now, rewriting your story, I am a proponent and I teach and specialize in reprogramming the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between a dream or reality. It only knows what you tell it, and your mind only knows what you've taught it. So your subconscious mind is operating off of your belief systems. We have 90,000 thoughts a day. 60,000 of those are on repeat, 60,000 of those are on repeat, and they are negative. That means that in order to create a new belief, beliefs are created in 17 seconds. You also need to intercept old beliefs. A belief is formed in 17 seconds. That means when you're telling yourself something new that's negative, you are creating a new belief that's adding into that spiral of negative beliefs, right? And those negative, honey, that's okay. Those negative beliefs is what we want to be intercepting. Now, this subconscious system, you're telling yourself a story that you keep living into about your weight. Right now, I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to put in the comments below, what stories do you have around your weight? What do you tell yourself about losing weight? Do you tell yourself it's hard, it's going to take a long time, that it's challenging? Do you tell yourself, what have you told yourself about this challenge? Do you tell yourself it's not going to work for you? It is going to work for you? What is your languaging around all of this? So I say this to you because what you tell yourself, what you think about is what comes about. Your words matter, and they will show up in your life completely. So yes, menopause and other things of that nature. Well, I don't know what you're saying makes it harder. You're saying that menopause, that's what you're telling yourself. So girl, I cannot even tell you the number of women that I've worked with privately to shift the entire way that they relate to their bodies and menopause. And what they tell themselves and how they are operating completely differently. And so think of these things. Kathy's saying it's harder for older women to lose weight. And I call bullshit on that one too. Because, and I say this, guys, and I'm not saying bullshit to you, Kathy, or to Valerie. What I'm saying is what you say to yourself becomes your reality. I'm somebody that has healed myself of cancer. And I did this because I said, I'm not sick. There's no room for illness in my body. And nope, not doing it. I also have no thyroid. None. People gain 30 pounds without a thyroid. You could look up how much is the probable amount of weight that you will gain. Google it, without a thyroid. And how much weight should you gain as you age? I've defied both of those completely. I wear the same size that I did when I was 22 years old, without dieting. And when I was 22, I was a chronic dieter that averaged sometimes anywhere like 700 calories a day and worked out like a maniac. I work out 30 minutes, sometimes 45, 5 days a week, I would say. It ranges from walking to yoga to dancing to weightlifting to, I love walking. I do a lot of different things. Sometimes I just dance around. And I do my own workouts. And I don't even consider it, it's just something that I do. It's a part of my identity. But I don't know the last time that I did a workout that was longer than like me. Like, I don't know the last time that I stayed at a workout longer than an hour. And that is me walking in, downtime, going to the bathroom, and leaving. So again, we're averaging at the most 45 minutes. And I can also say that my workouts have ranged from anywhere from 3 days a week to at the most 5. I don't calorie count. I eat clean. And I tell myself every day that I love my body, that I'm aging backwards, that every day I just get better and better, that every day in every way I get stronger and stronger. And I've never introduced my age or anything about illness into a factor in any of the affirmations that I say to myself. I don't even bring attention to it. So I say this, guys, because there are people that have healed themselves of stage 4 cancer. There's 75 and 85-year-old women that are doing marathons. Read about them. They exist. They're not an isolated incident. They're only isolated because our culture and society has conditioned us to believe that as you age, you should plan to retire, not use your brain anymore, and that you're basically useless, and just hope and pray that you age gracefully, because everything's going to sag. And we're like the only culture that doesn't praise the elderly. We're literally the only culture. And I don't understand it, because I think you only get better as you age. I think it's amazing. I love getting older. I absolutely love it. I love who I've become. I love where I'm at. I love everything about it. And I also tell myself that I love everything about it. So it's important, guys, because look at what you tell yourself, because what you tell yourself is what you experience. So you have an opportunity, and if you read and printed out today's handout, I guide you step by step on how to rewrite your story from a powerful space of who you want to be and what you want to live into. And what I want you guys to do is rewrite your story. And then I would love, this is so powerful. And for those of you that do this, you're going to get an extra bonus from me. I want you to rewrite your story and come into this group and get on video and share your story. And you're going to share it in the I am so happy and grateful now that, and share your story. Share your story here. No one's going to hear it but the people in this group. I will never get shared anywhere else. But it is your powerful declaration to the universe and to being seen and to saying that I am now stepping into a new reality and paradigm for myself. And I gave you an example on an exact step-by-step formula of what you can write to rewrite your story in today's handout. And so really, really look at that. If I could tell myself anything, and I could experience anything, because those of you that have worked with me have seen firsthand the power in scripting. And the power in what scripting is writing out the desired outcome in the I am so happy and grateful tense, present tense. Now that I'm so happy and grateful now that this and this happened. I'm so happy and grateful now that I released this weight so easily and effortlessly. 20 pounds dropped from my body so quickly. It's been such a fun journey coming home to me. I love getting to go and buy new clothes. I love shopping in stores that I'm so excited to walk into. I love the feeling of pulling on my jeans and they come right over my butt and, button at my belly seamlessly. I love that I wear, clothes that show off my curves. I love that my partner loves my body. I love how good I feel naked. I love that I now eat in a way that feels so enriching to me. It nourishes me inside and out, and I have endless energy. I love how good I'm feeling. I'm so blessed to be in this body. I'm so blessed for endless energy. I'm so blessed for my health and all the good that continues to come to me. The more that I give to my body, the more that I nourish me, the more energized, the more beautiful, the more alive I feel. I eat to thrive and feel alive. I love how good I feel. I love that everywhere I go, I receive compliments of people telling me that they've never seen me look so good. I love that when I'm going to my high school reunion or my college reunion, I'm being complimented endlessly by people telling me that I look better than I did when I was in high school. I love getting older. I love the way I feel as I get older. I love how strong I feel in my body. I love that I look better than most 25-year-olds. I love that I'm aging backwards. I love how tight my skin is. I love how firm my body is. I love how easy this can be. I love how ready I was to be done with dieting, and I just let it go so seamlessly. See, when we say things that feel true to our soul, they make us smile. And when you say things to yourself, hi guys, when you say things to yourself that don't feel good, you're in disconnection, because your soul never speaks to you in any words but love. Your soul only knows unconditional love for you. What many of you told me that you wanted to feel in your comments in here, that you wanted to get from food, I want to tell you, loves, you need to learn how to give it to yourself. Because it's the love that you've always sought from others and from food. The appreciation, the break, the validation, the love, the comfort. That's all that your soul has ever wanted to receive from you. And when you start to feed that to your soul by rewriting your story around your body and your weight, and then reading it each day, watch what happens, because it is epic and it is amazing in every way. So I have a special bonus, and I am not telling any of you what it is, for those of you that rewrite your story and come in here and share it on video. Tag me in it. I can't wait to see you. I hope that you guys do it, because what I have for you is so good. It is so good that you're going to be like, holy shit. And yes, I said that. And it's so good. And I'm doing that because I know that sometimes we need to be incentivized to take action, but rewrite your story. And if anybody, please rewrite it for yourself. And then what I want you to do is you're going to read it every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed to reprogram your subconscious mind. Watch what happens. All right, guys, I hope you loved day 3 of the Done with Dieting Challenge. There was a lot in this video. As with every day, there are so many key takeaways. Oh my gosh, hold on. So I want to hear from you. We're going to be posting what was your biggest aha from today's video. I want to know what that is, and I can't wait to hear your news story for you and your body. And watch what happens, because it truly is magical and will change the way that your body responds to you. And watch how easy it is to release weight after you do this. All right, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video where we're identifying the missing gaps and what to do instead. I can't wait to be with you then. Thank you so much for being here, and all my love. Leave your comments below, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. And feel free to please ask me anything. I'm here to support you.